The great deserts of the world are full of secrets. They seem empty, but legends say otherwise. For centuries, travelers have spoken of strange lights and vanishing cities. Most dismiss these as myths, born from the sun and sand. But what if they're not? What if, beneath the endless dunes, a secret waits, one that could rewrite history? Among the tribes of the Sahara, whispers persist about a place the sand cannot cover, the sunken city. Legends claim it was built by gods, a place of power and danger. Elders warned, disturb it, and disaster follows. Explorers tried to find it, armed with maps and technology, but the desert always won. The sunken city became a ghost story, fading into silence. Yet, some secrets refuse to stay buried. All it takes is one person willing to listen, to see truth in legend. The greatest discoveries aren't on any map, they're found by following the whispers of the past. The desert waited for thousands of years, and on a hot, windy day, the right person finally arrived. He was a man who had spent his life chasing ghosts, and he was about to find something far more real and dangerous than he could ever imagine. Dr. Alexander Reed wasn't your typical archaeologist. He preferred the dust of the field to dusty libraries. His colleagues called him a dreamer, a treasure hunter, but Reed believed history's greatest stories were written in stone and sand. He spent years chasing the legend of the sunken city. He listened to desert tribes, learning their legends. Different tribes told the same story, describing 3 large black rocks. Reed was convinced the legend was real. With a small team and old maps, he set out into the Sahara. The journey was brutal, equipment failed, water ran low, hope faded. His team urged him to turn back, but Reed pressed on, driven by conviction. On the 27th day, they saw them, 3 black rocks on the horizon, just as the legends described. The rocks stood like ancient sentinels, guarding a secret valley. As they approached, the air grew still, the temperature dropped. Reed knew, with absolute certainty, he had found it. He had followed the whispers of the past to the doorstep of history. The dreamer was about to be proven right, the legend was about to become reality, and the world would never be the same. The adventure had only just begun. The area around the 3 black rocks felt different, sand swirling in unnatural patterns. Reed and his team searched meticulously, using radar and sonar, but found nothing for 2 days. Frustrated, Reed circled the rocks, searching for a clue. He noticed faint, straight lines forming a rectangle at the base of the largest rock. Clearing away sand, he revealed a massive stone door, seamlessly hidden. No handles, no hinges, just a perfect, sealed entrance. The team tried everything, but the door wouldn't budge. Reed found a circular depression surrounded by glowing symbols. Remembering the legends, he waited for midday sun, using a crystal to focus sunlight into the depression. At first, nothing happened. Then, a low hum began. Symbols lit up, and the stone door slid open with a deep, grinding noise. A dark passage yawned beyond. The gate to the sunken city had opened. The team gathered, breathless, on the threshold. They were about to step into a world lost to time. Cool, ancient air flowed from the opening. Reed and his team entered a sloping tunnel, walls polished and covered in glowing symbols. The tunnel descended deep into the earth, silence pressing in. After what felt like a mile, the tunnel opened into a vast cavern. In its center, a city, pristine and silent. Towers of dark crystal soared overhead, bridges of dormant light connecting them. The architecture was elegant, geometric, and alien. The city glowed softly from within, as if powered by the stones themselves. They wandered empty streets, stunned by the preservation. No signs of disaster, no bodies, just a ghost city, a testament to a vanished people. In the city's heart stood a massive pyramid, pulsing with blue energy. The team felt drawn to it. As they approached, the city's lights flickered, the air humming with energy. Their presence had awakened something. They were no longer just observers. The city was responding to them. The mystery was alive, and it was watching. Inside the pyramid, a vast chamber glowed with blue light. At its center stood a sarcophagus, crystal-fused with shimmering gold, transparent and seamless. Inside lay a figure tall, slender, not quite human. Its skin was luminous white, limbs delicate, head elongated, dressed in a silver suit. The being looked peaceful, as if merely sleeping. This was not a tomb for the dead, but a chamber for the living. Symbols around the base glowed intensely. Reed felt a low hum vibrating in his bones, as if the sarcophagus was communicating. He placed his hand on the surface. The symbols flared with white light. The hum grew louder. Lights flashed in a pattern. A technological lock. Reed, following instinct, touched the symbols in the sequence from the outer door. With a hiss, the lid dissolved into light and vanished. The chamber filled with a powerful energy. The being inside was about to awaken. The line between legend and reality was about to disappear. Reed and his team braced for what would come next. The greatest secret of the desert was about to reveal itself. Silence filled the chamber as the sarcophagus opened. The figure inside remained still, the team frozen in anticipation. Then, its fingers twitched, a blue light glowed in its chest, and its eyes opened. Large, black, ancient. The being sat up, looking at Reed with deep, ancient sadness. It raised a hand in peace and spoke, not aloud, but directly into Reed's mind. "Do not be afraid. I am Archon, the last guardian of the first civilization." The shock was overwhelming. This was a living being, waiting for this moment. Archon stood, towering and sorrowful. "You have woken me from my long slumber. Your arrival means the cycle is nearing its end. The time of the great reckoning is upon you." Reed, a man of science, was speechless. He faced a being from a civilization predating all human history, warning of an impending apocalypse. The greatest discovery of his life was now the most terrifying. The fate of the world might depend on what happened next. The past and future had collided in this hidden chamber, and the countdown had begun. The truth was more than Reed had ever bargained for, and there was no turning back. "You believe your civilization is the first," Archon's voice echoed in their minds. "It is not." Images flooded their thoughts, cities of light, starships, a civilization that mastered energy and space-time. The first civilization, Archon revealed, existed over 100,000 years ago. On Earth. They were not aliens, but humanity's ancestors, guiding early humans and shaping myths. The pyramids, Nazca lines, Stonehenge, markers and warnings left by Archon's people. The real danger was a cosmic cycle. A wave of energy from the galactic core, causing mass extinctions. It destroyed the first civilization. Some, like Archon, survived in suspended animation, planning to help rebuild, but the cycles came faster than expected. "I was to awaken when your civilization was ready," Archon said, "but you have awakened me too early. Your technology outpaces your wisdom." He showed them the approaching energy wave, now only years away. The site's collapse was the first sign. The reckoning was beginning, and Archon's awakening had triggered a beacon governments would detect. The truth was out, but so was the danger. Humanity's time was running out. As Archon finished, the ground shook violently. The city's lights died, the pyramid groaned, and the underground world began to collapse. Panic erupted. The team scrambled for the exit. "You must leave," Archon's voice commanded. "They will be here soon. The ones who watch." Reed's satellite phone buzzed. Site compromised. Containment protocol engaged. A special military unit was already descending on the site, not to rescue but to erase all evidence. The world's governments knew about the cycle, hiding the truth to prevent panic and protect the elite. Reed and his team were now liabilities. Amid chaos, Reed grabbed his camera, proof of everything. As the pyramid began to collapse, Archon placed a hand on Reed's shoulder. "The knowledge is not enough, they will not believe you, but the truth must have a chance. Go, survive." With a flash of blue light, Archon vanished. The pyramid crumbled into dust. Reed ran for his life, clutching the only evidence. The desert was swallowing the secret once more. But this time, the truth had a chance to escape. The world's greatest secret was on the run, and the race against time had begun. The reckoning was no longer a myth. It was coming. Reed ran through the collapsing tunnel, the only survivor. He burst into the desert sun as the valley imploded, the city swallowed forever. Helicopters approached. The containment team was closing in. Reed fled into the dunes, camera in hand, evading search parties for days. Driven by Archon's warning, he reached a remote village and sent the data to trusted contacts in independent media. The official story. Reed's expedition lost in an earthquake, his name discredited, the cover-up swift. But the data was out there. photos and videos circulating on the internet, dismissed by many, believed by a few. Reed vanished, some say captured, others say still in hiding. The truth of the first civilization and the coming disaster remained a secret, hidden in plain sight. But the world was changing. More earthquakes, extreme weather, signs Archon had warned about. The government buried the site, but not the truth. Some secrets, especially those that can save the world, refuse to stay buried. The whispers of the sands had become a warning, and now, the world had to listen. The countdown to the reckoning had begun. The legend was real, the future was uncertain, but the truth was finally free, and it could not be silenced.